It is the one thing we all have in common, but have no control over it. That's time. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Minute with Monica. Now as daylight saving time comes to an end, there is one man responsible for inventing the clock.
22-year-old genius and scientist Benjamin Banneker, a wizard in math, spent most of his time alone entertaining himself. Once on a trip to Maryland, he ran into a man who gave him a pocket watch. Banneker was fascinated with the watch, and that's when his obsession of watches began. He spent hours taking it apart, putting it back together, thinking how he could create his own clock. Armed with nothing more than a geometry book, a calculator, the laws of motion, and a few pictures of a clock, he carefully carved each tiny gear by hand from wood. 2 years later, in 1753, Banneker finished the first clock ever made in the United States. A clock that kept perfect time for 40 years. Banneker used his clock to measure the movement of the stars. Calculations which later led to him predicting the very first eclipse in 1789. Over the years, he managed to collect enough data to fill a calendar full of days, months, and years, which we still use today. Banneker was proud of his African heritage. He once wrote a letter to Thomas Jefferson asking him to reconsider his opinion of black. Jefferson read it and reconsidered, stating that the black race has a right to justification against doubt and shame.
So the next time you reach for your clock, think about Benjamin Banneker, because he really knew what time it was. Alright, thank y'all so much for joining me on this Minute with Monica. You can always catch me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and of course on YouTube. Until next time, see you later.